Hi, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Susan Buchser-Lochocki. I'm a presidential candidate with the Green Party. Welcome. Today I'm going to read the next part, which I believe is part 9 of the If You Were There When They Signed the Constitution book. I'm going to begin. Why are laws about taxes and the Army special? Bills about taxes and money for armies are not like other bills. They can start only in the House of Representatives. Since representatives are elected every 2 years, they can lose their jobs pretty quickly. The delegates thought they would be closer to the people. Let me show you that. It's the bottom part here. The top part I gave you last part. Why did the delegates invent the Supreme Court? The delegates knew that there would be a need. Let me start over. The delegates knew that there would need to be a court to decide fights between the states and to decide if any of the states were passing laws that went against the Constitution. They had been using the British court system and expected their judges to go on following that tradition. They knew that there would have to be a whole system of federal courts with a Supreme Court at the top, but they left out many details about how the courts would work. The courts would be another check against any group getting too much power, but how do you get an independent court? The delegates decided to let the president nominate the justices for the Supreme Court. However, the Senate would have to agree with the president's choice, or the president would have to suggest someone else. How can we change the Constitution? The delegates wanted their Constitution to last. They wanted people in the future to have a way to change the government without having another revolution. They wanted their new Constitution to be easier to change than the old Articles of Confederation, which had said that nothing could be changed unless every single state agreed on it. The Constitution spells out 2 ways it can be changed. One way would be to make major changes and call another convention. It would take 2/3 of all the states to call one. This method has never been used. A second way is to amend the Constitution. What is an amendment? An amendment is a specific change in the Constitution. There have been amendments to end slavery. To end slavery and to give women the vote. All in all, we have approved only 27 amendments. It is not easy to change the Constitution with an amendment. An amendment has to be approved by 2/3 of both Senate and House of Representatives. Then it is taken to the states, where it has to be voted on by either the state legislature or a special convention. 3/4 of all the states must pass the amendment before it becomes part of the Constitution. What was missing from the Constitution? there was no Bill of Rights in the original Constitution. A Bill of Rights protects you, the individual, from the power of your government. The idea of the Bill of Rights, a list of things that the government cannot do, goes way back to English history, back to 1215, when the English lords made King John sign the Magna Carta. What are some of the rights in the Bill of Rights? One of the rights guaranteed in the Bill of Rights is freedom of religion. Under English rule, many colonists did not enjoy freedom of worship as they pleased. When James Madison was a young man in Virginia, the Church of England was the colony's official church. Baptists, Methodists were often thrown into jail. After the Revolution, the state government of Virginia declared that all people should be free to worship as they choose. They made freedom of religion part of the Bill of Rights. The Virginia Bill of Rights also said that all men were free and equal. It forbade cruel and unusual punishment and gave all people the right to trial by jury. Many other states copied the Virginia Bill of Rights into their own constitutions. So each state has its own constitution too. I'm still going to have to do one more part after this. Why didn't the delegates put a Bill of Rights into the Constitution? The issue of a Bill of Rights came up when the delegates were almost finished writing the Constitution. Everyone was so tired. George Mason was the author of the Virginia Bill of Rights. He was at the Philadelphia Convention, and he wanted the Constitution to have a Bill of Rights too. He felt the most important job that a Constitution had to do was to make sure that government did not have too much power. Many delegates said it was enough that the 13 states had bills of rights. They voted not to put one in. Later, they regretted not putting one in. Okay, so that's it for today, for right now. So I want to thank you for stopping by and listening to me read If You Were There When They Signed the Constitution. It was nice to see you, and I hope you enjoyed your time here in my kitchen. I'll see you next time for part 10, I think. All right, take care. Bye.